When kids have more love, they do better. When children have both parents in their lives, they do better. We all know this, but it's a shame that we still have to debate this, and it's a shame that our politicians are not taking action to ensure that both parents have equal access to their children after divorce, separation, or in the case of never married parents.
Well, study after study for the last 30, 35 years has shown that children who enjoy shared parenting fare just about as well as children of intact marriages, and far better than children who are raised in sole custody and visiting arrangements. These studies have been done across the country and around the world, and we have very good evidence that these better outcomes for children are not simply the result of the fact that those who choose shared parenting tend to be higher income and better educated families. Regardless of income, regardless of educational level, children do better when they have equal access to both of their parents.
And unfortunately, when it doesn't work out, there's no system in place for people who don't have a high level of finances like myself to navigate the system and also create a system for positivity going forward for my kids. But I'm literally fighting to be a productive father within my own family dynamic. And it's very discouraging and it's very traumatizing to go through this experience.
I wanted to say that when I first filed for divorce, I filed for full custody with the father having every other weekend and one night a week. And I didn't do this to be adversarial. I did it because I believed that this is truly the default. And when he contended, I was confused and I was shocked because I'm like, wait, mothers always get the custody and the father gets every other weekend and one day a week, because that's what society taught me. So I feel like if I as a parent understood what shared parenting was and that there could be that schedule, it would have gone totally differently. It took me almost 2 years to realize that, but by then it was so late in the game. So that's why I think it starts at the legislative level and then it can go on to societal level.
The laws that exist creates deadbeat dads. And that's a decision that a lot of dads find themselves having to make because of the system. The system scares you from wanting to be that dad that you dream of becoming. I'm here to say the system needs to be corrected.
When I was 12 years old, I was given my first lawyer to represent me in my parents' divorce. And looking at myself, if today I could go back and look at myself and look at what I was and how frightened I was for my safety, for where I was going to be living, for who was going to be taking care of me, it would take me right back to feeling hopeless all over again.
What would it be like if my parents, whenever they divorced, were equal parents? What would it have been like if they were as equal then as when they created me? The conflict would have been minimized in a dramatic way, and my life would have been shaped in a completely different way. I was shaped by divorce in dramatic measures, and it is my mission to change how divorce is handled in this country and in the state of North Carolina, and that starts with shared parenting.
I find it shameful that Kentucky is the only state that has default shared parenting legislation at this point. We need common sense law here in New York State that at no cost to the taxpayer will create healthier families. An update in matrimonial law would mean neither parent is afraid of losing significant contact with their children simply because they no longer wish to live together. When people divorce or separate, it doesn't end their family, it just rearranges it. Let's help bring New York State into the 21st century and do what's right for our children.
The important thing is about not letting our children be the collateral damage of our messy divorces, our messy separations, our messy breakups. They do happen, but as parents and as adults, it is our responsibility to be very conscious of the fact that we need to keep our children healthy emotionally. Thank you.